All right, we're going to just jump right into it in no particular order. I want to get good lighting here. Just change it up. I usually just show all these paint schemes in, in the photo editing software, but I mean, both sides are exactly the same, so I just want good lighting. First up, Bret Hart, the Hitman. We got the Winston Cup Series and the Super Bowl decals, but Hitman has the Ico Pro, that supplement company that Vince McMahon tried to start. You got the Calgary Hitmen minor league hockey team, the Hart Foundation logo, WWF, Bret Hart. Yeah. The next up is Larry Bird, Boston Market. Obviously, Sycamores is his college team. Nothing else special. And that's him in the car. Probably should show the drivers. Dunkin' Donuts. That's like a Boston staple. I can probably just go like this. Betty Rubble. Just. I'm guessing those are supposed to be. I don't know what that yellow is supposed to be, and I think I took it off of it. It's like. It's weird because the yellow isn't even on both sides. I really messed up that car, but whenever I was messing with it. But there's a Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles version of it. And I have no idea what Star Bright Startron is supposed to be on the back of there, but I put it there. John McClane from Die Hard. Got Nakatomi Plaza. And then that North of the Border thing from Die Hard 3. And then the Police Department, New York City. Die Hard, obviously, you get the reference. Jules Winfield. This is just a Rusty Wallace inspired paint scheme. But I do have a Big Kahuna Burger. I did want to make a Big Kahuna Burger car for him, but it just wasn't looking good. Chuck Nolan from Castaway, obviously. FedEx. Nothing else funny or special on the car, except for Wilson, and then I just threw him randomly. Wilson right there. Probably should have put him over the FedEx logo, but I don't know. Elton John, Rocket Man, Rocket Mortgage, Benny and the Jets, Crocodile Rock. And he's like bright purple in the car there. Walter White from Breaking Bad. Los Pollos Hermanos, A1A Car Wash. Popcorners is that commercial from the Super Bowl that they did. Pinkman, Jesse Pinkman, Pink Jack tape there. Then we go to Gumby, made of rubber, so he's Rubbermaid. Slim Jim, Slim. And you got Pokey on the side there. And then they aired it on Fox, or Fox bought the rights to it or whatever. R.L. Stein. I mean, he could have 100 paint schemes with all the different books. But Scholastic on there because of the Scholastic Book Fair. That's where, at least me, that's where I got the R.L. Stein books. Whenever the Scholastic little paper mache catalogs would come and you could order them. Dr. Jerry Punch, ESPN. Nothing special here, just ESPN. I will credit the base here. Whoever made this base, I didn't. But when I release these and I upload them to StuNode Racing, I will credit who. There's a couple of these where I actually put the maker of the car or of the base on the car somewhere, so it's preserved forever. Harry Balls, Manscaped. I took Oscar Mayer. Oh no, I left Oscar Mayer as an associate sponsor there. And then Siemens on the back. Thrustmaster. The Beatles. I don't think there's anything special here. Just the UK. Really bare bones. A couple of these were toward the very end of me painting cars. I'm like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I'm not sure if I made this paint scheme or not. But Trader Joe's, Benedict Arnold, he's a trader. Flip. I Buy Power. Switch. Had fun with that. Crocodile Hunter, Crocs. Foster's, Australia. Basically the same stuff from the Mick Dundee car. Jolly Green Giant. Hertz, B&G Foods is who makes the Jolly Green Giant stuff. Oh, and I didn't even put probably one of the few cars that doesn't have anything on the rear there. Joe Montana, Flexall, he was a spokesperson for that, and then San Francisco 49ers. Haynes, Joe Montana did those Haynes commercials. I think he did Levi. He must have done Levi's commercials if I put that on there. Pee Wee Herman, Mr. T's. I pity the poor fool, don't eat my cereal. Harley Davidson from that scene in the movie where he drives through the billboard or whatever. Milk Duds. I don't know why I put Milk Duds on there. And then there's no basement in the Alamo. And he's in the car there, all business. Carmen Sandiego, I just have her Acme or whatever the name. I forget the name of the Vial. Spelled evil in reverse. Vial was the name of their spy thief agency or whatever. Aired on PBS. And Broderbund was that company that made all the PC games for Carmen Sandiego. Whitney Houston, that's just Dale Jarrett. Nothing special about that. I don't think I put anything special on there. Walter Sobchak from Big Lebowski, the Folgers can, because Donnie's ashes were in the Folgers can. But that's pretty much Mark Martin's car from late 80s. Muhammad Ali, this is basically Rusty Wallace. You can see it's not perfect. That white shouldn't be there above the one on the door sill or whatever. But yeah, I put Honey Nut Cheerios, sting like a bee. Wheaties and Adidas because he did promo work for them. But there's really no rhyme or reason on why he's in that car at all. Mario Lemieux, Aramark, PPG, just a bunch of Penguins, Pittsburgh references. That if you're from Pittsburgh, you get them and you'll be like, oh. But if not, whatever. William Shakespeare, I wanted him in the field, couldn't think of any kind of sponsor for him, so I just found a Bass Pro Shops tracker boats paint scheme and just threw him in that. It's just tough coming up with all these ideas. George Costanza, the Wood Brothers car, the Human Fund, Money for People. You see Bosco on there, Kruger, Vandalay Industries, Play Now, Twix. So if you watch Seinfeld, you'll get all those references with him. Reese Witherspoon, Reese's. Again, this was just something I came up with. Like, oh, Reese Witherspoon, Reese's. That's easy. Reese's has been a sponsor in NASCAR. Let's just do that and call it. Paul Revere, DoorDash, inspired by his alleged midnight dash, warning the British are coming. Doorman, Boot Barn. I don't know why I put all that on there. Bob Ross, PPG Industries, paint. Probably could have come up with something different for him, but I like the look of the gradient paint scheme that somebody made. Again, I would credit this. Somebody made this base, and I just quote unquote stole it, but I'm not going to re-upload it somewhere without giving credit. And Bob Ross, The Joy of Painting. He's in there too. This is going pretty quick. Speedy Gonzalez, avocados from Mexico, and these are all just random companies in Mexico. And here's one of those cars that I did put whoever made the car base there, that NR2003 Designs. That's a nifty looking car. Sally Ride, if you know the lore of our season, you know why she's driving grape nuts. But that's supposed to be the space shuttle, and even if you know the space shuttle well, you know like it's like off colored a little bit in sections. That's why there's that little off orange section there. Robin Hood from Robin Hood Men in Tights. Robin Hood Flower, and then you see Reebok from Dave Chappelle pumping his shoes. and then legs whenever they're have to wear the pantyhose, and then Patriot Arrow there, the arrow he uses, Everlast, the chastity belt that Maid Marian has to wear. So, Golden Girls AARP, obviously Visit Florida there. Just no other clever things on there really. Wendy Peppercorn from The Sandlot. Fun little tidbits on here. We got the Big Chief tobacco that they eat before they go on the tilt-a-whirl or whatever. PF Flyers, Baby Ruth, and then Coppertone just because of the sunscreen she's putting on. Russ Wheeler from Days of Thunder. Tried to make it look like how I think it would have looked. On the next-gen paint scheme. But that's nothing special there. Miley Cyrus in one of my favorite truck paint schemes from the 90s. And got Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball Demolition. What's that say? Abatement. Demolition and Abatement. But again, nothing special there. We're in the home stretch here. Three Amigos. And just have the avocados from Mexico as a nod to Mexico. Old El Paso as well. Dale Earnhardt, obviously just a replica. Just pretty much trying to figure out exactly what this. Not exactly, but I mean, just trying to get an idea on what this car may have looked like in the next gen from the late 90s. Bart Simpson, a bunch of Simpsons references on here. Quickie Mart, Krusty Burt, basically all the stuff that was on Homer Simpson's car in our season 1. And he's using the same number and everything that Homer Simpson did. And then finally in the field, Harry Carey from the Chicago Cubs announcer. Got Cracker Jack on there. Budweiser from the skits that Will Ferrell did. Yeah. But then we can also hit up the pit wagons here. I mean, this is like how in depth do you want to get here when you make these wagons? I just try to make them somewhat unique and different. There's Joe Montana, The Catch with Dwight Clark, Pee Wee Herman, Listening to Reason, Larry Bird with that funny picture of him in the truck, Donnie from Big Lebowski, Harry Balls right there, Dr. Jerry Punch, nothing special about that. Pokey for Gumby right there, the Beatles with Abbey Road, trying to make that look good going around the wagon, which it kind of does, but it also doesn't at all. Hans Gruber there for John McClane, nothing special about William Shakespeare. This is supposed to be the RV from Breaking Bad with You Got Me right there. Steve Irwin, nothing special there. Bret Hart, nothing special. Andre the Giant, vandalizing the Jolly Green Giants war wagon. There's Wilson all over the place on the Chuck Nolan war wagon. A hot cosplay of what was that? Wilma Flintstone on the Betty Rubble. I don't know if I should change that to Fruity Pebbles war wagon or not. Jules Winfield, R.L. Stein, Night of the Living Dummy here. Mario Lemieux. I just stole this. This is just legitimately Dale Jarrett's war wagon from somewhere, and I think the 8s are upside down. Whatever. Elton John, Benny and the Jets there. Benedict Arnold, very boring. Carmen Sandiego. The pink on Reese Witherspoon is a nod to Legally Blonde there, where she always wears the pink. Muhammad Ali, nothing special there. Bob Ross. I mean, again, some of these are just boring. There's no inspiration behind them because, hey, let's just make them and go. George Costanza, Sally Ride, nothing special there. Paul Revere, nothing special there. Bart Simpson. The Mexican flag inspired Speedy Gonzalez. What's her face from Golden Girls? Maid Marian for Robin Hood. Miley Cyrus. There's Squints for Wendy Peppercorn. Hardee's for Russ Wheeler. It's a sweater. For Three Amigos. Harry Carey. And Dale Earnhardt. So that's how all that looks. My car isn't in the field because I just started a race and did whatever. But that's what the field looks like. And I guess this was relatively a short video, so I'll show you what I have to do. I'll get him to the front stretch here. If you just hang tight. I just finished recording Sonoma, and I'm getting ready to record the Talladega race. Just to give you an idea on where I'm at right now. But what I want to do is get them to the near pit road. All right, so now this is this camera software I use where I can basically just use one of the two pit road cameras. This is one I've already been messing with. This is the one I use to do the pit road. And then the other one is on the other end of pit road, and you can use your mouse and move it anywhere. Right now I'm in like the rigid setting, and if I hit Control H, it's like a smoother setting, you know. Go back to Control G, and then it's like, you know. But anyway, what I usually do for the snapshots is you can already see like the fence clipping right here over on the left. And then what I want to do for the snapshots, you can see it just looks so bad that I have to get it perfect. And you can see all the cars, like, I'll go super slow-mo so you can see, like, all the cars, you know, they're clipping, and it just looks silly. So I wanted to figure out a way to fix that, and then I was like, I think I know how to fix this. So there's also a setting in this camera program that you hit Control B, and you get put onto a car. And this is what I was using right just now to go through all the cars. And because that's going to take too long, so we're just going to restart this race real quick. Because I used that camera to go through the entire field, so now I would have to zoom in, and I know we're going to have to do it anyway. Hang on. We're going to have to just cancel out of everything and go back. No problem. We'll accelerate, get this going. And where are they at right now? All right, so they're coming to near pit. They'll be coming here. So you saw the issue before, where I'm going to go super slow-mo, and you can see them clipping through when they get close to the camera. And I was like, man, I want to fix that. So there's a setting here in this program. You hit Control B, and it puts you on this car, and you can move around just like you do from the pit road. And I was thinking, just randomly it hit me. I'm like, wow, when I hit that Control B, that puts me right near a car, and look how close I can get to it, and it doesn't clip. And I'm like, I wonder if I can use that as like a field snapshot kind of thing. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna just like how I was moving away from the first car with that camera to look at the entire field. That's what I'm using now with Walter White, and now I'm gonna zoom in right on these cars. And there's another trick. Control N freezes a camera, and you're gonna actually see the shadows change a little bit right now. Or no, it didn't this time. I think it's at Bristol with the lights. I think it was doing it. You probably saw it. But here, you can see I'm slowing this down, and we're right on top of these cars, and they're not clipping. So that's the trick there. And I mean, it comes right through the camera and doesn't clip. So that's awesome. So that's how I fix that. But that's it. I do want to make like an overall making a video to show how I make all this stuff too, or just like the editing process, because you might be interested in doing something like this. Yellow? Why are we yellow? Was there a wreck? The race status said we're under yellow. Nobody's under yellow. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay, because we had revert. I think we had rewinded or something, or it was continuing the simulation while we were. So what's this wreck? No, just 4 wide at Talladega, no good. Well, there you go. So, but all right. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying the season. Hope you enjoyed a good look at your paint scheme here.